ladies and gentlemen, in 2017, when we know there are children scavenging for a living on landfill sites, like unloved animals, there is something we need to say. And ladies and gentlemen, when we do understand climate change, despite what some senior politicians might have us believe, there is something that we need to say. And ladies and gentlemen, when we know there are going to be wars fought in the future over water that nobody can possibly win, there is something we need to say. And what we need to say is simple and noble and necessary. And what we need to say is that enough is enough. And I'm going to tell you exactly who we, all of us, need to say that to. We need to say that to the regulators of the financial services industry around the world who regulate and control the pensions and investment companies. And we need to say that to the regulators around the world who control the pensions and investment companies, because the investments and pension companies are in the strongest possible place to make a huge difference to what happens to the capital markets around the world. They are in the strongest place to make a huge difference. So our message is this. Our message to the financial regulators around the world is very simply this. It says that enough is enough. Please encourage the pension funds and investment companies around the world to operate with an enlightened sense of purpose. They don't do that now, and they need to, don't they? To invest money in ways that create positive impact. To energetically embrace socially responsible investing. To actively advocate corporate social responsibility and not just pay lip service to it. And to positively promote environmental, social and governance issues. And to seek to deliver sustainability for all. Who is going to say this? The people in Team PISCES are going to say this. And who are the people in Team PISCES? The people in Team PISCES are people just like you and me who do care enough about these issues and who can be bothered to do their little bit. This, ladies and gentlemen, will not and cannot be an overnight success. This is a marathon, not a sprint. But it's a marathon in which we must all run. Every single one of us must all run because the stakes are too high for not doing so. But let's now be brave enough to imagine the potential impact this could have. And I'm dead serious. Our impact would be radically transformational because it would set free the world's capital markets to become a force for good and not what they are now. Slaves to the foolish and futile idea of creating short-term profits, regardless of the long-term consequences to the planet and the people on it. Our impact will be a paradigm shift of profound proportions, and it is all entirely doable. And the reason we know it is all entirely doable is because there is already at least one organization, one investment company that is already operating in exactly the right way. So we know it can be done. We just need all the others to do the same. And we know that the financial regulators around the world can make that happen. We've got up to 10 years to do it. So here's your call to action, please, ladies and gentlemen. Please, let me have your email address. And if you let me have your email address, on this piece of paper, I can make you aware of what we're doing, how we're doing it, who's involved. People like, for example, Nico Aspinall, not only one of the country's top actuaries, but also the chairman of the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries Climate Board. People like Thomas Carruthers, the chief executive of the Social Stock Exchange. These are the people who are getting involved with Team PISCES and actually doing their bit, running on that marathon with us. I do promise you that you will not be asked to spend anything or be committed in any way to anything. Just let me have, very simple, ladies and gentlemen, please let me have your email address on this pad. And my final point is this. In my life experience, and perhaps in yours too, there have been times when I've been faced with situations I can do nothing about. Nothing about. Illnesses, tragic accidents. You might be able to relate to that. But this is something we can and we must do something about. Thank you very much.